Thank you, Chair. The question was very specific. The party I was in the party, which was in Ukunda, under the invitation of Babu Owino, who is my friend. Where that day we were attending a board meeting by almost all board members. The driver, Simon Mwangi, was actually assigned to attend to all board members, not only Clement Ayungo. For your information, Mwangi was not even a driver. He was a driver who was actually working within Mombasa, not Nairobi. So when we were going for a function in Mombasa, he would be attending to board members within Mombasa. So your question was asking why I was in the party. It was after work, and Babu Owino called me when Mwangi had dropped Sabra. We dropped Sabra at
maybe you should start. How many board members went to South Coast from your official function in the North Coast?
We were with the chairman.
Chairman Babu.
What is no, Babu is not a board member.
The chairman Bruce. Bruce Odhiambo.
Myself.
Yes.
Sabra.
Bruce Odhiambo. Sabra. Jane.
Moniki, the chairman audit.
Yes.
And I think we were only
we're asking, what the chairman asked you, how many of the board members accompanied you? You are the one who was called by Babu Owino to be invited.
I went alone.
That's the question the chairman was asking you. How many of you went to the South Coast for Babu Owino's party?
I went alone.
You went alone?
Yes.
With the driver?
Yes, we were with the driver.
Was there a work ticket issued to take you to the South Coast, to this driver?
That is what I was explaining. That Simon Mwangi was a driver who was supposed to drop us to where we wanted to sleep at. So when I left with Simon, we dropped Sabra, and Simon was to drop me at ferry. But he took me to the corner, which is the junction, Mtongo Junction. Then Babu called me that I should actually, we were supposed to be with Babu in the North Coast. But when I called him where they were, he told me no.
Let me ask, you said he was to drop you where you were sleeping?
Yes.
And you're on official duty in Mombasa?
Yes.
Accommodation catered for by the board?
Yes.
Where was that accommodation catered for?
Mombasa Beach, Mombasa Club.
Mombasa Club in the North Coast?
Yes.
So, you in Mombasa Island?
Because that was Mombasa, Chair, it's not in order for anybody to say Mombasa Club is in North Coast. It is next to Fort Jesus, center of Mombasa.
Thank you. Thank you, Mheshimiwa Mwandagu. That's why we have you from the coast. I just wanted to establish, I'm not very familiar with the coast, that your meeting now is either in the island or the North Coast, not in the South Coast.
Island.
And you have been catered for to sleep, catered for by the board.
Actually,
And the driver is to drop you where you are sleeping. True or false?
True.
So the driver, you have the driver taking you now to South Coast, off where you have been catered for accommodation. And that's what we're asking. There are other direct questions. Since you are to be dropped where you are sleeping, this other business that was taking you, which is private business of your parties, your leisure parties with Babu Owino, why is the company driver taking you there? And did he have authorization? Was there a work ticket? And I heard someone here ask you who signed that work ticket to take you to the South Coast.
That is what I was explaining. That actually the hotel was not paid. We were given per diems and we were to sleep where we want. So when we were given the per diem to sleep where we want, I booked, my first night I booked at Mombasa Club. Then on that night, Babu called me to South Coast. I called Babu and he told me that they are headed to South Coast. They were at the ferry, right at the ferry. So I told Mwangi to drop me at the ferry. Then he can come back and do his work. Mwangi took me to ferry. When we reached ferry, Babu and the team had left. Ferry had gone. So actually I was chasing them so that I get them, I release the driver, then I go with them to where we were headed to. Then when we reached Mtongwe, my phone went off and I could not reach Babu. So I had known where they were going because he had explained to me that they are going to Kibuli cottage. So Mwangi dropped me at Mtongwe. And he told me that he wanted also, because he has now finished his work, he wants to go with me to this party. And I told him, I can't wait for you, because he wanted to pick something which I don't know. Then I took a taxi from Konamtongwe and I went to Kivulini. There is where I got working at Babu and we were now partying. Then abruptly Mwangi joined. He came to Kivulini.
The person, your driver that you released, just a minute, your driver, your official, your driver, it's not adding up. The driver that you released, after dropping you where you wanted, abruptly get crashes and joins his boss?
Not get crashing. What Mwangi wanted, he wanted to go with me to Kivulini so that he can take me back in the morning. But I told him that in the morning there are many cars which we will use back. So when I reached Kivulini.
Just take this hypothetical scenario.
Sorry?
In the morning, I have my official driver here. I ask him to drop me at the President of Parliament here and ask him to do other things.
Chairman.
And then suddenly he comes and joins me in Parliament here.
Because you're spending the night there?
Because
you drive you early in the morning.
we're entitled to the truth, but
Chairman, what I'm saying is the truth. That nothing but the truth. That Mwangi wanted to go with me. Mwangi was not just he was my friend actually. He was not just a driver to me. He had been driving me even when I was in Western. Mwangi has been my friend. So Mwangi wanted to go with me. So when I told him that I can't wait for you, Mwangi. I can't wait for you. That is why he told me that I wait for him so that we go together. And actually me, I was rushing. I could not wait for him. And he had known that I'm going to Kivulini. That is how Mwangi came.
Just a minute, common sense. Ayungo, common sense. Common sense. You are an official of the Youth Enterprise Fund.
Director.
You are a director. You have an official transport. You ask one of your servants. Eh?
I don't have an official.
No. At that particular time, you are using a fund's vehicle. Okay? You asked one of the employees, drop me here, and you wanted to take a taxi. And you partied, isn't it? You went to your hotel, wherever it was, and then later on, abruptly, you find your employee who has dropped you.
Chairman, we were going for a party. I was invited for a party. And the driver Mwangi wanted to go with me to this party so that we come back.
Was he invited?
So did you invite Mwangi to this party?
What I told Mwangi, he can join me later, I will not wait.
So in essence, you invited him to the party.
Yes.
What was the time lapse from the time he dropped you at Konamtongwe and you took a taxi and the time he came to Kivulini to join you?
Actually, Mwangi, he joined, when he entered Kivulini, he was on phone. He joined me almost immediately.
Straight question, straight answer, my friend. What time did he drop you? What time did he join you?
He dropped me at around, it was around 11:30, and he joined us around 12:30 in the night.
So a time lapse of 1 hour.
Yes.
A time difference of 1 hour from the time he dropped you. You took a taxi to Kivulini from Konamtongwe. 11:30 p.m. and he joined you at midnight.
Yes, around.
Around midnight at Kivulini.
Then when he entered Kivulini, actually he was on phone, and when he finished talking on phone, I invited him to come and join us. I called him, Mwangi, kumbe uko hapa? Then he said yes. Then I called him to come and sit next to where he was, because nobody knew Mwangi inside. Only people knew Mwangi. Then I tried to serve him a whiskey which I was taking, and he declared that he never takes whiskey. Then I told him, can you take a wine? Yes. Then he said he can take a wine. Then I told him to serve himself, and he served himself a white wine. He took only one glass of wine according to what I saw. Then, the people we were with, Babu Owino and the likes, started moving to the swimming pool. The swimming pool was just around there. Everybody was now going to the swimming pool. Swimming, yes.
At night?
Yes. Yes.
What time was it?
Now it was around 2. Yes, 1, 2. Then we went, we also I followed them and I went to the swimming pool. And when I was in the swimming pool, it is when I saw Mwangi also joined me in the swimming pool.
Are you swimming at 2 a.m. or is the partying that has gone to the swimming pool besides the swimming pool? Were people swimming?
Some people were drinking around the swimming pool, some people were inside the swimming pool.
Okay.
To cool off.
Me, I was inside the swimming pool. Sorry?
Okay. Proceed.
Then,
Chairman, can you make it clear whether he was inside the swimming pool or he was swimming? You know, those are two different things. Inside, did you enter the pool in your clothes, in your shoes, or did you remove your clothes and change into swimming costume
I removed my clothes.
and entered the pool?
Can you allow him, please?
Chairman, okay, let's look at this point. The director never went back to his hotel to pick his clothes because he was moving to another different location. Where was his swimming suit for him to swim? Yet the clothes were in that hotel.
He has changed the costume.
Yeah, because he had slept in a different hotel on the island. He changed the course of the
Why
travel.
don't you allow him to complete his version? Because the whole thing might not be making sense. Just allow him to
Somebody
complete
can be
his version.
drunk and decide to
Yes,
say.
but Chairman, you
Really
cannot,
agree
you
with
know,
you.
we are being misled, Chairman. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Whether we are being told the truth or not, Chairman.
Let him finish.
Because really, look at this. Take this, and I want to repeat, Mr. Ayungo. These members are highly educated, well informed, and really even from the demeanor they can say they can predict.
Chairman,
Listen to this. You have your, you have your employee. First of all, we know the distance between South Coast and North Coast. You have your employee who has dropped you somewhere. You have released him to go back to North Coast where he's supposed to be. That is an official using an official transport. And then suddenly, abruptly, you find the employee where in the area where you're supposed to be, and you didn't ask a question. That did not interest you really. What are you doing here? Why he was using the official vehicle? Why he has not gone back?
Chairman, even a day before that day, we were with Mwangi we were partying with Mwangi with some.
But take us through your version. Let me now. I'll stop the members. Take us through, and then yes, tell us your
Back to
version.
the end.
Then, actually, I was on a short. I was swimming on a short and a vest, and almost everybody. Even here, I have a short and a vest.
Order, Mheshimiwa Serem. You know, you are a senior member. Please, you are a senior member. Allow him to take us through in the best way he understands.
Do you want him to show us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Order, Mheshimiwa Anju. Please proceed, Mr. Ayungo.
Then, when I entered the swimming pool, we were swimming. Then I saw Mwangi also inside the swimming pool. And when I was swimming, yes. When he entered, that one I didn't see, but the members were saying that when he entered, he jumped from outside and people were entering. So that is why he jumped, and everybody was wondering how he was swimming. He knew how to swim than even most of us. So when I noticed that Mwangi was inside, I saw him when he was now holding the swimming pool like this with his hands, and yes, he was not now swimming. Then I asked him, Mwangi, why are you not swimming? And very many people, we have very many people inside, including the ladies. Can you just even swimming with one? Then he just smiled. After he was smiling, then I left him there. Then when I again continued with what I was doing, the swimming and what have you. Then I left the swimming. Babu Owino, he was the first person to leave with his girlfriend, and they went. Me, I also left.
Mheshimiwa Serem, please. Mheshimiwa Serem, please proceed. Don't respond to.
Just be responsible.
I also left. Then we left Steve Mbogo inside the swimming pool and others. Then I went and actually I was lying on this beds around the swimming pool. I took there almost 15 minutes, then I followed Babu Owino inside the house. It was a cottage, just an house. When I entered, everybody was now leaving the swimming pool. Then I started looking for my other phone, the one which was now working. Then when I noticed that I didn't have it, I went back to the swimming pool. Now everybody had left the swimming pool. People were now standing outside the cottage, around the cottage. When I went back, I looked at the phone and I could not find my phone. Now I was looking around the swimming pool and I saw somebody lying inside the pool. And when I was starting to look at the phone, I was asking, where is Mwangi? So that because he might be having my phone, and I could not find Mwangi. So I just say, oh, maybe he has gone back or he's still just around somewhere. Then I went back the pool. I saw somebody lying inside. Then it was me who jumped again inside the pool to see who, because we could just see that is somebody. I jumped inside the pool, and it was me who removed Mwangi outside. When I tried to get him outside, because I was still alone, his head was outside, and he came back again. I could not manage to get him out. He came back, and I again went back to collect him. When I tried again to remove him, I could not remove him. Then now I decided not to shout, and shouted at him, please, somebody is dying here. So when actually when I was entering the pool, when I saw somebody, I entered now with all my clothes, all my clothes, and people like Steve Mbogo who were seeing me started to say it. Hii ni mchezo tu ya Clement. Hii yake, one of the first time I was jumping, also I was having my shirt. When I came and removed them and I went back. So they were thinking that I was still just back to swim. So when I shouted is when they realized that there's something wrong. They ran back to come and help me remove Mwangi. When we removed the hot, he still had some parts, but we tried our level and we can. We were defeated. Then Steve Mbogo went to the internet and looked on the number of any hospital around. Then he saw the one, the Kilifi, no, not Kilifi, Diani Beach Hospital. Then they called the ambulance. The ambulance took long. Then we decided, now using our cars, because we were there to run, and we take Mwangi to the hospital. Then when we were going to the hospital, we met the ambulance. When the ambulance was now also coming, then we stopped. We reversed to the ambulance and we took him to the ambulance. On reaching the Diani District Hospital, the Diani Hospital, to District Hospital, I think, he was declared dead. That is what I can say about Mwangi.
Just